Hey guys, thanks for tuning back into the channel. Today I'm going to do a quick video on something that I get a lot of questions about in my comment section, and that's how to cut using xTool Studio. So I will admit there's a bunch of different ways, but these are some of the easiest ways that I've found to cut using this software. It's honestly very simple, but it just takes a little bit of knowledge about xTool Studio and a little bit of outside the box thinking for you to be able to cut your image. So I'll show multiple different ways and hopefully you find one that works best for you. So we'll start off by the easiest way, and that's using a stock image from xTool Studio. So if we scroll down and then just find a basic shape, let's just say we add a rose. When you add an element from xTool Studio that's a stock element from them, it gives you three different options: score, engrave, and cut. Now you notice that each option here makes the image look a little bit different. Obviously you probably know what engraving is. That's just moving back and forth to get your image engraved. Scoring just lightly scores around the outside of the image, and cutting does very similar to scoring, it just does it deeper and darker. Here you notice that the power setting goes up to 100% power and that the speed is a little bit slower. That's because you need a slower speed to be able to cut. If you go over here to score, but notice the speed goes all the way up to 80 millimeters per second on my xTool D1 Pro. So it might be different on your engraver. So that's the simplest way, just to use a stock image from xTool. But if you're a creator like me, I know that you don't want to use the xTool stock images all the time, that you want to branch out and do your own thing. So let's say we import our own image. So here's my logo. As you can see here on the right hand side, it only gives me one option to engrave this image. It doesn't give me an option to score or to cut this image. So how can I bypass that if I want to cut around the outside of the image or even the inside? So there's multiple different ways, and here are some of my favorites. I can start off by cutting out the image. There's two different options here, the manual cutout or the AI cutout. I like to use the manual cutout because it does a pretty good job using this magic wand tool for you to click the white space within your image. Okay, now you've made your image transparent. Hit confirm. Okay, now you notice there's not that white background around it. So it's not going to engrave quite as much as it would have before. Okay, but we don't want to engrave. We want to cut this image. So I can come up here to the top and click trace. Now it's using this auto tracing method. But one thing I notice here is that there's a bright blue line around all the engraving except the words Tar Heel. So for some reason, it's not cutting that out. So let's increase the fuzziness threshold. Okay, now you notice there's a little blue line around it. So let's click save. Now you think, well, it really hasn't done anything. But if we move that outline, you can see that it actually has. It's cut out my engraving. So now I've got two different ones. One I can engrave and one I can cut. So this I can score, engrave, or cut this image. And you may notice that it didn't cut out the A or the E, but if I would have used the cutout option and clicked on the little white space within the A and the E's, then it would have cut it out as well. So using the trace option is one method. Another option to cut out your image is the one that I use more than any other ones, and that's the offset button. You can read it, generate outline with offset for the image. So if I click on it, you'll notice there's an offset around the outside and the inside of the image. So if I click confirm and move it over a little bit, it would cut, score, or engrave around the outside of the pieces of the image. So you see, if I did this, it would make an outline of it. It would be really good if you were trying to do a layering effect. But maybe I don't want to do that and just create an outline over the outside of the circle or cut out the outside of the circle. And click on offset, and then come down here to outer shape only. Okay, now you notice there's just a little blue line around the outside of the circle, and hit confirm. And there's your outline. There's other cool things that you can do with this using the offset button, external and inner. Okay, as before, you kind of have to move your engraving to actually see it. And this looks a little funky with the type of logo that I have because of the word engraving. But you can see how it could cut out around the whole inside and outside of that image. Let's say I have this logo that I want to put on a coaster. Most coasters come as a square, or I get just a regular square blank and then I have to cut around it. So I can use that offset to cut around the outside of that coaster and make it a circle, and then just engrave the inside. So it really makes it easy. You could do earrings that way if you're trying to cut out some type of lettering for any type of project that you're making, whether it be signage or just something cool to practice on. So many options within xTool Studio that you can use. There's also some other ways that you can cut items out. You can create images with AI, and with those images, normally you're able to cut, score, or engrave the images because they come from xTool Studio AI. But that's something I don't use very much. I guess the last way that I would recommend to cut out an image is probably the least effective way, but it's something that you could do nonetheless. And that's with your image, create another image around the outside of it. So let's say I just want to cut around the circle. I can create a new circle, put it on the outside of it, center it up, and then I can cut, score, or engrave that circle. Again, it's not really intuitive or a very good idea, but it's something you could do nonetheless. I'm sure there's some other ways to cut using xTool Studio. Those are just the 3 ways that I can think of. I know you could create a vector around the image, but mostly vectors are lines. So let's say you wanted to cut a square around it or some type of funky shape. You could create a vector, but I'm not really going to show how to do that because it's not something I've ever used, so you probably wouldn't either. But there might be some other different ways on how to do it that you guys can let me know in the comments. So if you can think any other ways, just let me know and let the community see it, because there's so many different options and so many just out of the box different ideas that everybody has that can help some other engraver down the road. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and learned a little bit along the way. If you would, just subscribe to my channel for more great content. I've got some engraving content, craft content, and there's a lot of different content that I try to show you guys how to do things and have fun along the way. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe. If you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Happy engraving.